What up, YouTube? Stevie not here. Currently at the hospital. Been living at the hospital. Share with y'all that my father was diagnosed with stage 4 renal carcinoma a few days ago. And mainly for my Night Talk channel, bro, it's very hard for me to find anything of interest regarding society or my feelings or anything right now, just because my brain is so prioritized with this, along with my time as well. And I get in there and do the music every now and again, bro, because that's easy. And it's a nice little break. But just as of lately, I haven't found anything that's like, oh my God, I need to cover this, bro, because all this shit is trivial when it comes to like cancer. But anyway, figure I just press record and tell y'all about my experience, or our experience thus far. First thoughts, man, this has been heavy, bro. This is a lot. This is a lot, dog. It's a lot. My pops had to have emergency brain surgery, which is crazy, man, because worked so hard and so quick and so much to get him in San Diego to be around family more than anything. But then once we experienced that specific hospital in north of Atlanta, like, nah, we gotta get the fuck up out of here, man. So so he was diagnosed with cancer on the 3rd, bro, and then spent 2 weeks in Atlanta and then flew out here to San Diego. Long story short, we were scheduled to have brain surgery tomorrow with the hospital we've been working with since we've been out here. Guess I got to get more into detail of my pop's specific condition. He has renal carcinoma stage 4, which means the cancer is everywhere. It started in his kidneys, spread to his liver, spine, lungs, brain. And considering all of what his body is going through, he was still functional, sharp enough considering, man. Like, of course you can see the differences. I know my pops, but he didn't start really acting different until they put him on medication. He was on, like, I don't know how many damn medications. And I have started tapping into alternative medicines, but can't do anything about that at this given moment, and you'll see why here in a moment. But yeah, the medications he was on made him real lethargic and slow. You know what I'm saying? Shortness of breath. But yeah, we were scheduled to have brain surgery tomorrow with the hospital we've been working with. Reason being is because he has cancer all over the place. And the brain is, of course, priority. And originally the plan was in Atlanta, which we started, was to do a first round of what is called immunotherapy. It's just an alternative treatment than chemotherapy because kidney cancer doesn't respond to chemo. So immunotherapy is something that they thought up don't know, is it 10, 15 years ago? Anyway, he got a first round of immunotherapy, which is just a drip of 2 medications that gets his body working in overdrive to attack the cancers, the kidney cancer, right? And when you do that, you have to do it every 3 weeks. And then, so that was what we were doing with the oncologist in Atlanta. And then we're supposed to meet with a radiologist in Atlanta to talk about radiation to address the mass in his head. But we never got that far because I said, fuck this hospital. We getting Pops the hell out of here. Made arrangements with the hospital in San Diego. Like I said, we flew in Sunday, had another meeting with a new oncologist on Monday and another radiologist on Tuesday, and they were going to just, the plan was, it don't matter what the plan was, right? They agreed that we will continue the immunotherapy to address the kidney, but we needed to get ahead of the tumor in his brain, and for a plethora of reasons, we decided to scratch the radiation. I'm not gonna go into the details of that, but we all agreed to scratch the radiation and just get the mass out of his head ASAP, right? So, oncologist meeting on Monday to continue immunotherapy. The radiation consultation plan for that Tuesday was canceled because my pop's hemoglobin dropped low, so we needed 2 units of blood, so it postponed our radiation consultation. And instead of meeting with a radiation doctor on Wednesday, we met with a neurosurgeon instead, because that Tuesday morning, a team of doctors got together, radiologists, oncologists, neurosurgeon, nurses or whatnot, and decided the best approach was to get the mass out. Told us that Wednesday, we agreed to it, and we scheduled it for that following Tuesday. I know I'm saying a lot, man, but my brain's all over the place, so you gotta excuse me. So Thursday, we got Thursday off, we got to relax. Friday, we started doing the pre-op, took him to Scripps, and they had to run a bunch of checks to make sure he's good to go for surgery on that Tuesday. So from Friday, that 8 in the morning to like that 5 p.m., me and Pops and my mom was at Scripps, getting Pops all the tests and getting them cleared for surgery that Tuesday, which included MRI, like his 3rd MRI I think he's had. But I say MRI because after we did all the pre-op protocols, I got a call from the neurosurgeon, and he explained to me that the mass in my father's head had grown significantly larger in the span of, a few days, and that if we saw, changes or shifts in his behavior, pretty much warning us that the tumor in his brain has gotten larger, and if you see anything from your pops, you may have to go to the emergency room. All right, cool. Didn't tell my pops that, directly, but anyway, that was Friday. Saturday, well, Friday was my son's 3rd birthday, literal birthday, but we threw a party for him at the house on Saturday, right? Dope ass party. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw a lot of it, man. Good ass day, you know what I'm saying? About 30 people at the house, was having a good time with the kids and whatnot. I mean, Pops is upstairs. He can't come down. I wouldn't want him to be around a bunch of people anyway, because the immune system is low. People got viruses and sicknesses and shit. He don't got the energy to even entertain all that, bro. So we just had like the besties come up and say what's up to him and whatnot. Anyway, Saturday goes by smooth. Sunday though, that's when shit just went south, bro. Pretty much, my pops, he'd already had issues with his left arm due to the mass pushing on parts of the brain and the swelling around it. It caused him issues with his left arm, which he was no longer able to use it. And we had gotten accustomed to that, and that was going to be addressed with the surgery on Tuesday, man. But Saturday, everything just went to shit, and his whole body he had a whole body paralysis. My mom noticed him a little bit, struggling a little more that morning, getting around or whatnot, man, but nothing alarming. But then we were downstairs, and I heard a drop. Went upstairs, and my pops was folded over on the floor, and he couldn't move. And I'm thinking it's my mama. I hadn't seen what my mama saw at that point, so I'm assuming what she saw is what I'm watching at this moment with my pops on the ground. But he couldn't move. You know what I mean? And one thing about my pops don't play no damn victim, which is a gift and a curse with this, because we need to know what's wrong, bro. We need to know what's wrong, dog. And he not gonna tell you nothing, right? But he was in bad shape, and my pops is 6'2", usually around 230, 235. Right, he's lost a lot of weight. He's lost about 20, 30 pounds in the span of a few months, man. But regardless, I mean, he weighed in last at 215, but I think if they take the mass out of his stomach, he'll be much lighter. But anyway, he was dead weight. I had to pick him up and carry him to the bathroom. Needed to use the bathroom, and I had to do all that for him. Carry him back, lay him down, and it was right when I knew, something gotta happen, man. I was trying to make arrangements to get him to the hospital that we had been working with, because this is what's going to take place anyway. But it's a little farther from our house, and they didn't have an ER, right? And I need an ambulance to come. So then I eventually called the ambulance to come, and I was. They called the ambulance to come, and when they got there, my pops was totally paralyzed. Can't do nothing. Can't speak. He was throwing up on himself. It was a terrible, terrible, terrible situation. And I tried to do a good job relaying what was taking place to the EMTs or the ambulance or 911 when I called them. But then when the EMTs came upstairs, they didn't have any idea what they were walking into. I guess the dispatcher just said that my father was just weak. I'm like, no, bro, his whole body is paralyzed. He can't move. He's literally dead weight. Anyway, EMTs come upstairs. Ring their little, because we got a steep staircase to get up to the top. I'm thinking in my head, like, how the fuck I'm gonna get my big ass dad down the damn steps, man? But they had this little chair where you could just slide them down or whatnot. But there was two of them. But the job required three of us to handle what we needed to handle. Got him downstairs. Got him on the stretcher. Eventually got him in the ambulance. I put my mom in the ambulance, and I drove my truck. By that time, my mom had got my brother attention. My brother lives with us, but he lives got an ADU built on the property, so he wasn't aware when all this shit was going down. So when he came outside, he saw my pops on the stretcher being put in the ambulance. He freaking out. But he got in the truck with me, and I just followed the ambulance code to the hospital. My mama, she doesn't like driving my truck. It's too big. I didn't want to make her uncomfortable. And she's good in there being with my pops. They're divorced, by the way, but my mom is I told her this morning, you are the shit. You are the truth, right? You are the truth. Because I don't know how many damn ex-wives will be going through this shit, man. Like, we literally, I ain't even going to the weeds of it, bro, but like, there's a lot, man. It was a lot, man. Getting my pops into the bathroom and doing what he needed to do, you know what I'm saying? That's a lot. Now, that's my pops. I feel like it's my responsibility to make this happen, man. But my mom just being as loving as she is because of whom he is and who he's fathered, and them being together for as long as they were, bro. They've been divorced 14, 15 years, bro. My mom ain't got to do this, dog, but she different. She different, bro. Anyway, she getting the ambulance. She freaking out. When she get to the hospital, they snatch Pops up, take him in a triage and run all types of tests. You know, so I parked the car, usually get to the hospital, get in the back, and he got a team of nurses and doctors around him in a room in the ER. And what happened? What they thought it was a stroke, but what happened was that the mass had gotten larger, and a vessel in it had popped, which was causing bleeding in his brain, which caused his body to shut down the way it was. So they had put him on medication and tried to relieve the pressure in his brain, but it required emergency surgery. And this was all yesterday. I called the ambulance like 10 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? We stayed with him at the hospital. We didn't leave the hospital. It was about 2 in the morning. They started the emergency. They started the emergency surgery around 10 p.m. Finished around like 1:30ish. Haven't spoke to the neurosurgeon yet because he's the emergency surgeon. We left. Got home about 2:30. Got whatever sleep I could. And I'm back at the hospital now. You know what I'm saying? He's responding much better. You know what I mean? We got a long way to go. And that's just with the brain. We got everything else in here to assess, bro. We're just taking it day by day. But yeah. It's a lot, dog. Yesterday was a lot, bro. It's a lot, man. Pops is in the ICU. And at this point, we are just seeing how he will progress neurologically. And he's given us good signs thus far. But, yeah, man. Life is a motherfucker, bro.